What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some recent drama in Norway. So it sounds like this is some pretty big news because here in the United States, the release of the Epstein files is what everybody is talking about, and for good reason. And apparently, there were some very prominent Norwegians who were revealed as being connected to this whole situation. So it says here more caught in Epstein's tangled web in Norway. A former Norwegian prime minister? A former Norwegian prime. I mean, is that. That's shocking, but is that any more. That's not as crazy as, like, Donald Trump being. Like, that's the current president of the United States is in the Epstein files, you know? It's hard to top that, but. Top diplomats and the current Norwegian head of the World Economic Forum? Oh my god. I just didn't know any Norwegian people were related to. I mean, let's be honest. It sounds like this tangled web of Epstein and the emails and everything is just like all over the world. Like everybody who's anybody important could be part of this. Sadly. They have joined Crown Princess Mette-Marit. Crown Princess Mette-Marit in trying to defend and explain themselves this week. Crown what? That's not easy following the release of their own email correspondence with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Crown Princess Mette-Marit. What? She's in this? Oh my god. What do Norwegians think about that? Isn't she is she's next in line to be queen? Isn't that what crown princess means? Is it her name? Isn't that the mother of the Marius Borg Hoiby or whoever who's having a trial for, like, abusing women? Is that right? I think I got this right. Is the crown princess has a lot of things on her mind attending the Peace Prize ceremony. What they thought was a private correspondence with Epstein before he committed suicide has become painfully public after the U.S. Department of Justice released a huge batch of emails and letters. What? 76% of Norwegians Tuesday said they had lost confidence in the woman who is supposed to be their future queen. Oh god. This is not good. I get it. Like, obviously someone who's going to be like the next queen, you did not want their name coming up in this. That's very, very, very bad. And a lot of people you can see online who have been named in emails and stuff are desperately trying to explain how they didn't realize they were, like, in a relationship with this horrible evil person for so many years. It's hard to explain, isn't it? Crown Princess Mette-Marit has already admitted to being embarrassed by what her emails with Epstein reveal. What do her emails reveal? What did she do with that? What did she do with Epstein? It's weird because she's a woman. A lot of the offenders are men, who wanted to go to his island to sexually abuse underage children. Let's be honest here. She had earlier downplayed their relationship, while new batches published by the Norwegian media show how close they really were for at least 3 years. Oh, man. Oh, no. She complained to Epstein in some of her mail about having to attend boring parties or meetings in Norway. What? Oh, God. Spent much of an earlier controversial family holiday in the Caribbean corresponding with Epstein. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. And even left her family to fly back to Norway without her. While she traveled on Epstein's lavish home in Palm Beach, Florida for meditation. Okay, this is officially weird. Like, beyond, this is bad. She's kind of shit talking Norwegian politics or talking about how she thinks her duties are boring, which is not. It's uh that's unfortunate because I know how much people love King Harold, and I think people, I can only guess, would want somebody to fill his shoes who is equally as noble and disciplined, and this makes her sound like she doesn't even care a bit, like she thinks it's boring being the crown princess or and then she was literally traveling with Epstein. This so bad. This is so bad. 44% of Norwegians asked don't think Crown Princess Mette-Marit should become their queen. Whoa. Wow. And this, her son is under questioning. And meanwhile, I didn't know all this. This is crazy. Obviously, this is what people are talking about in Norway. I had no idea. One of Norway's most prominent politicians in recent decades is also fending off revelations in the Epstein files. Thorbjorn Jagland was Norway's foreign minister, prime minister, president of parliament. It goes on and on. Now he risks corruption charges over his dealings with Epstein. It's so disappointing, isn't it? Because there's been quite a few people that no one even knew they were connected with Epstein and participating in anything he did. And it's just so disappointing. It's also disappointing that here in the United States, despite all the emails and files being released, nobody has been prosecuted. Nobody's really gone to jail over this. It's still like just words. Like there's no consequences yet. Okay. There's more headlines. Norway has retained its monarchy in the midst of Norway's biggest royal crisis ever. Members of parliament have confirmed support for their constitutional monarchy. But public debate is flying whether Crown Princess Mette-Marit can ever become queen, as the Norwegians await her explanation. She hasn't given an explanation yet? Oh, at least. Now, you got to come out and at least say, no matter how bad it is, saying nothing is worse. Like, come on. She hasn't given an explanation yet? Maybe there is no explanation. Maybe it's just bad. It's been a wild week for the Norwegian royal family after the U.S. release of Epstein files, with a lot of people revealed, including the crown princess. At the same time, her son Marius Borg Høiby is arrested again on new charges, including assault, before his trial on 38 other criminal counts. This is so bad for the royal family. This is so bad. The parliament has scheduled a vote this week, or they had a vote on the latest proposal to convert Norway's form of government from a constitutional monarchy to a republic with a president instead of a king and queen. What? What? No way. No way. This is huge. This was actually voted on? Norway? Wow. I mean, to me, that tells me how big a deal this is. This is a huge deal. Norway Parliament voted on converting Norway's government, getting rid of the monarchy, changing it to a republic with a president, getting rid of the king and queen. That to me, that tells me how big a deal this is. Such proposals have come up before, okay? Since the monarchy kind of defies Norway's otherwise democratic society. That's true. It's a little strange. Norway has a king and queen because you guys are a very fair democratic society. But I think with King Harold, no one really minds because people really love him. Despite all the drama, only 26 MPs voted in favor of forming a republic. 141 voted against it. So for now, Norway will keep the monarchy. Many Norwegians do admit the monarchy can seem old-fashioned. Because, yeah, Norway is very, like, modern. I think it's really just because of King Harold. I'm guessing. A majority still likes the historic and symbolic value of the monarch as head of state. Okay. I mean, yeah, I have no problem with that. Like, that's cool. Especially since you've had, like, a great king and everything. Crown Princess faces lots of questions over why she maintained relations with Epstein, even after she learned he was a convicted sex offender. I don't know if there's any coming back from this. There probably shouldn't be any coming back from this. This is pretty much unforgivable, right? Emails released a close, flirtatious tone between them. She stayed at his home in Florida. She went shopping with him. She wrote that she missed him. He met her in Oslo. They had a romantic relationship. She willingly had a romantic relationship with Epstein, knowing he's a sex offender, probably knowing a lot about what he did. If you're in a personal romantic relationship with him, staying at his house, I didn't know the Norwegian crown princess was so close to Epstein. That's really, really close. It's bizarre in a different way, because for a lot of the men and people who have been outed during this, they were visiting the island for the most part. It's about visiting that damn island. This is like one of the first instances I'm hearing of someone in like a close romantic relationship with him, with the devil, the worst person ever, one of the worst people. Okay. They must answer for themselves and should shed light on this case. I expect them to do so. Yes, I want to hear what they have to say. Absolutely. So they haven't really said anything like publicly, like any real statements about. I guess that's not a good look, because if you don't come out pretty quickly and give a good explanation, people are just left to kind of think about it on our own and just come to our own conclusions. And my conclusion is kind of that there probably isn't a good explanation for all this. That's probably the truth. Historic royal scandal plays out. It's being called the historic royal scandal. It was on Oslo on Tuesday. Oh, this was the 29-year-old son on trial. He's pled guilty or not guilty to rape. Jeez. I mean, I've seen pictures of him, and he kind of just, unfortunately, he looks evil, and it sounds like he's guilty. So it's not looking good for him. And if he is guilty of these horrible crimes against women, obviously he needs to go to prison. So I hope justice is found here. He was arrested for a fourth time over the weekend. Oh my God, like what? Showing up once again. He showed up again at the home of a former girlfriend he assaulted. He keeps showing up at these poor women's home? Okay. He won't be let off easy because he's a member of the royal family, thank God. That's disturbing. This guy sounds dangerous. Oh, he was never granted a royal title, but he is an important part of the family, according to Crown Prince Haakon, who will become the next king of Norway, right? Jeez. So we're hoping the legal system will function as it should. Okay. Wow. This is, oh my God. I had no idea about all this. This is a historic royal drama, royal scandal. in Norway happening right now. Most Americans have no idea because we have enough drama happening here in the United States. But I'm glad I'm like up to date on all this because this is crazy. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on this, especially if you're Norwegian. You understand this much better than I do. Your point of view would be very valuable, so that'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and things from Norway that I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.